What's going on, guys? Zeke here with the Bass Tank. Thanks for following along with us on this little LiveScope series that we're doing. This is part 3, okay? This is where it really starts to get fun for me, because I get to start talking about the way that I fish and how I love to go search and hunt for crappie. And my favorite technique, if you want to call it a technique, is tree fishing. I love fishing standing timber. It is just a blast for me. I've got a lake here in Oklahoma that the north end is just full of standing timber. Now, whenever I approach a section of trees, of standing timber, I'm looking at my map because I want to come in where the river channel feeds in to this timber. A lot of times the channel will hit the trees and stop. Sometimes it'll go all the way through it and have secondary channels that go through the trees as well. So I'm always looking at my maps to try to determine where and how these fish are set up on the trees, what depth they're in, how far down on the trees they are. So I always start with where the channels collide with the timber. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And once you start studying your maps, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. And typically, these fish are using the trees. My theory is they're using the trees as a resting point or an ambush point for bait. So they'll come out of the main channel and they'll stick to the wood. They'll get right on those trees to hide from approaching bait balls, to just get out of the current, take a break, get in the shade. There's a lot of theories out there that as the sun gets high, start fishing the shady side of the trees. Now with LiveScope, we can obviously see where that fish is in relation to those trees. What I experience a lot is I will see what looks like crappie on a tree. And say they're 5 foot down, a single fish. And then down at 10 or 12 foot, there's another one. So I always start at the top and work my way down whenever I'm seeing these fish on trees, so I don't obviously spook the shallower fish. What I figured out over the past couple years of doing this, typically those fish that are sitting shallower, spaced out from a fish down below them, are sand bass. It happens to me all the time. I still feel like I have to catch 1 or 2 every time I go out just to verify that that is what they are. As soon as I catch 1 or 2, then I am bypassing that sand bass. I see it, it looks like a dang crappie, I want to catch it, but I bypass it because I know it's not. I've caught enough of them already to know just go straight down to the crappie. So typically I'll spook that sand bass off there and drop straight down to that 10 or 12 foot mark where the crappie's sitting. So I catch catfish from time to time. You know, determining fish species with LiveScope is a simple thing, yet we all get tricked from time to time. Just last weekend I was out and caught about a 20 or 22 pound blue cat. So not what I was after. Caught a lot of really good crappie too, but so don't let it bother you if you get fooled every once in a while. I definitely do. But tree fishing, guys, give it a shot. Follow those river channels. Look for stumps. Look for, you know, trees that are below the surface, and obviously the obvious stuff that's above the surface. So give it a shot, guys. Hope it helps some of you increase your catch rate. Check us out, thebastank.com. Check out our YouTube channel. We got a lot of helpful information out there. Thanks for watching, guys.